name's Izzy Vine. I worked for the Met Police and I left because it's rotten to the core. I was meant to be on the LBC Nick Ferrari this morning and they didn't have time, sadly, to cover the Angelini inquiry. Fine. It's a bit disappointing as it's a very important topic and issue. VOG is a national emergency, so as many ears should be listening to it. But yeah, I guess talking about car adverts and whether Rachel Reeves is a chess champion is more important. But anyway, I just thought I'd say what I was planning to say is that, you know, everything in the Angelini inquiry Part 2 first report sort of obviously just mirrors my experience internally in the Met Police. Early red flags being ignored, early stages of misogyny, that low-level rape culture triangle being minimised and sort of accepted. But the fact that none of these inquiries that we have every so like 5 or so years, they're not statutory, like they're just recommendations, and it's just pointless. These inquiries and these reviews obviously are beneficial to get it down in a formal report that people can trust, but it just shows that people aren't listening to women and to whistleblowers and people who have been shouting this for decades. And then when a formal report is, you know, commissioned by government with recommendations for the police force to do better, it's not even statutory. They're not even held accountable if they don't do it. It's not legally binding. So what's the point? Like, what are we doing? It's so performative, and it's not helpful to women and girls, because they're still dying, they're still being attacked, they're still being harmed, they're still being minimised, they're still being ignored. And unless these inquiries start becoming statutory and legally binding, that these police forces have to do X, Y, and Z, which it should have been. I mean, the Casey review should have been legally binding and statutory, in that, you know, if, for example, they didn't meet X requirements, external intervention and disbanding would happen, because we've given police forces chances after chance to reform and they can't, specifically speaking about the Met. Hopefully LBC will talk about it later on today. Like, I'm not burning that bridge, but it's a little bit smoky, but you know, it's just a shame because we need media to give it a platform.